Here's what we're watching today on In Business. Oral arguments are beginning as we speak in the Walmart gender discrimination suit at the Supreme Court. We'll have a live report from Washington. This review could usher in new rules for class action suits. We'll get reaction from a professor who's literally writing the book on Walmart's labor practices. Plus, at 11:30, we'll have a First on Bloomberg interview with FDIC Chairman Sheila Bair. She's working on new rules that would require some lenders to keep a stake in the loans they sell off to investors. And we've also got an exclusive conversation with the founder of JetBlue Airlines, David Neeleman. He's building a low-cost Brazilian airline that could already be worth $2 billion. When will he take it public? That's all ahead in the next 2 hours. But first, some breaking economic. Here's what we're watching today on In Business. President Obama is set to give a big speech on energy independence in the next hour. But does he have new ideas? At 11:15, we'll debate the plan with a former Obama advisor and a top industry lobbyist. Plus, earthquakes, floods, oil spills, it all adds up to big losses for insurance companies. At 10:15 Eastern, we'll talk to the CEO of Lloyd's of London, which reported a big drop in profits today. And you might not have heard of Jive Software, but it's a hot tech company making social networking companies for businesses. It's backed by some of the biggest VC names in Silicon Valley, and it's moving closer to an IPO. At 10:45, we've got an exclusive with their CEO. All that ahead in the next 2 hours. Let's check in on where we are in the equity trade. Just some 30 minutes into the day, we are to the upside on the broad market. S&P 500 up about 0.6 percentage point. Yet, we have seen energy stocks in a leadership role on the very same day. We may see a shift in U.S. energy policy, so stay tuned for further detail on that. The Nasdaq is up more than 0.5%. But we do want to bring you some breaking news about the markets, and that's from Washington. Bloomberg News has learned. Here's what we're watching this Monday on In Business. The only way to really get the deficit under control is to make big changes to entitlements like Medicare and Medicaid. The latest Republican budget plan does just that. And at 10:15 Eastern, we'll speak to Democrat Alice Rivlin, who actually helped create that part of the plan. Plus, it's day one for Larry Page. Today, he officially retakes the reins as Google's CEO. At 11:15, we'll talk to a man who knows him well, his dissertation advisor, who gave Page the best advice of his life: focus on internet search as his PhD project. And as oil climbs to the highest level in 30 months, we'll also be covering the latest news from Libya, Yemen, and other Mideast hotspots. Former Defense Secretary Bill Cohen will stop by at 11:45 Eastern Time. Stay tuned for all of that, but first to the U.S. equity trade, which is more or less flat across the board. You can see health care stocks among today's gainers, commodities continuing to bounce higher, as we told you, but pretty much a flat market right now on this Monday morning. We'll bring you all the details of the latest trades, but first, here's what we're watching today on In Business. We could be just one hurricane or geopolitical shock away from $6 a gallon gasoline. That's the warning from consumer strategist Richard Hastings. He'll explain at 10:15 Eastern. Plus, we're going to talk to the CEO of a company that makes one of the hottest iPad apps out there. I'm talking about Flipboard. It's the app that builds a personalized magazine and social media aggregator. Mike McHugh, he'll be here at 11:45. He's also on the board of Twitter. And we could get a verdict today in the Raj Ratnam insider trading case. We've got our eye on the courthouse in downtown Manhattan, and we'll bring you the news as it breaks.